Scruffy's here. He's sitting outside on the table, trying to get my attention. Aren't you, Scruffs? I'm making my breakfast. There are a couple of birds out at the feeder, but he won't challenge them, so he'll just wait till they've gone. So I might go and just shoo them out of the way. Look at my dirty window. I'll just go and see if I can shoo them out of the way and then he can eat. What do you think, Scruffs? Shall we go outside? Oh, you're going to come over there, are you? Okay. All right, hang on. Let me have a bite of my toast. All right. Come around this way. Where are you sitting? I'm going to open the door. Good morning. Will you come over here? I'll shoo the Corellas away. Rightio, Corellas, off you go. Let Scruffs have a turn. Okay, Scruff. Come on. Quick, sticks. Come on. Need to go and eat my toast. No. Enjoying the sunshine, are you? Come over this way. Look, this is Scruffy's friend. This bird comes alone as well. Comes and eats on his own. He doesn't seem to have a mate. But then when Scruffy comes and sits with him, they eat together, which is really nice. Alright, well, I'll just pause it and hopefully Scruff will come over. You don't want to share with him. Alright, I'm going to put some in here for you. There should already be some there. I filled it up this morning. Okay, well at least you're eating, aren't you? Is there any left? Still plenty in there. No? Not much. Pushing it all out of the way so you can see what's left underneath. All the good bits are gone, are they? He wants the sunflower seeds. Well, I think if he's hungry, he'll eat anything. Alright, enjoy. G'day guys, welcome back. I'm going to do the second experiment with my trying to stop my paint from splitting. I forgot to spray my cups. Let me just spray my cups quickly. So just the silicone 3-in-1 spray. Give it a bit of a spray in there. A bit of a spray in there. And wipe out the excess with the paper towel. That just stops. That helps your paint release nice and easily, gets it all out. So if you missed the previous video, I'm doing some experiments to see if I can get the global paint to stop splitting. So I've taken the white global out on this one and I used Artist's Loft. So that was that one. That one worked really well, no splitting of the paint. Today I've got the global again and I'm doing the Liquitex Basics in the white. So it's an opaque, it says on the back there, it's opaque, the square's coloured in. And I've mixed it with the same pouring medium as the previous painting, 70% glue, 30% water. The global I've all mixed 1:1, so 50 grams of paint to 50 grams of pouring medium. With the Liquitex Basics white, I mixed it 2 parts pouring medium to 1 part paint. It's a much thicker paint. It's much more expensive. So it's good that you can actually use less of it. So still getting the mound on the mound. And when you're mixing your Liquitex Basics with your pouring medium, do it slowly. So I put in 30 grams of pouring medium, 30 grams of Liquitex Basics, stirred it to make a nice thick paste, and then added my other 30 grams of pouring medium. So 60 grams of pouring medium, 2 ounces, to 30 grams of Liquitex Basics, 1 ounce. And treadmill silicone floor cells again. Let's do, I think I did some drops, some had 3, some had 4. I've cut down on my 2 blues, my pale ones, and I've added a little bit of extra to these dark ones. Did I just put oil in there? I can't remember now. I can't remember. Talking too much. Oh, it doesn't matter. Alright, stir those in really well. So all my colours are opaque except for this dark greeny blue and this bright blue. These 2 are transparents, all the others are opaques. Oh, what is that? I keep getting bits of dried paint falling into my my cups. I don't know where it's coming from. I've got clean gloves on. Well, they were clean before I started mixing paint. Alright, let's start layering. I'm hoping that my white will be a little bit more visible in this pour, because the last one, the white really disappeared. Hardly saw any of it. Now I can make my blue layer a little bit thicker there, because I kind of lost the dark blue and the dark green in the previous pour. And these 2 colours, they're too similar really. Couldn't really see the definition of those 2 colours. They just all kind of blurred into the background. So I do like having totally different colours. I think I get a better result. This apricot really took over. I cut down on it just by a little bit, cut down on it by 10 grams and added an extra 10 grams to the dark colours just to see if that'll make it a little bit more of a pretty painting. Otherwise all the colours are just a bit too similar. Actually I might go with the navy again after, on top of this light blue, rather than put the white on top of the light blue. And then I can put the white on top of the dark blue. I think that'll look better. Oh, but then I've still got the white next to the turquoise, haven't I? Doesn't matter. Whoops, just dropped my stick on the floor. A bit clumsy today. I need to have some breakfast. Haven't had brekkie yet. Had a coffee when I got up. Actually, I had a bit of a sleep in today. I didn't get up till 6:30. Woohoo! I heard the dogs barking. I thought, oh, I better get up. Cold this morning, 5 degrees Celsius when I got up. Yeah, so getting chilly. I left the heater on in the dog room overnight. They're such spoilt dogs. It was cold. Normally I put a heat pad on for them, but I thought, oh, I'll just leave the heater on. That way they're nice and snuggly warm and cozy. I do take 4 of them into bed with me at night, and they get under the doona. A doona, that's another Aussie word, isn't it? Quilt. Eiderdown. What else is a doona called? A little bit more of this. I don't know that I'll use it all actually. It was quite overpowering. I'll leave it over there. It's funny how some colours really take over, isn't it? And I wouldn't have thought that the peach was one of them, but it sure is. Just comes down to what pigments are in there really. And then these two transparent colours, the two dark ones, they just disappeared, really. Fell to the background, which is unusual because they usually come to the surface. Finish off my blue. So Scruffy's doing well. Not a lot of change in his feathers, really. I mean, he's growing some new ones, but he still looks scruffy. He's adorable. He comes and sits on my table outside on my deck, waiting for me. Right, let's flip these babies. Now I must remember to do my corners, if possible. What have I got left? What if I've got some paint over there that I can use for my corners? I don't even know what this is, but I found it. I just cover all my old paints with a big cup like that. Don't even know what it is or when it was from, but let's just pop some on the corners. It's contrasting colour, so it will be fine. I'd rather do this than put muddy paint from the flip cup back onto my corners. That way, if I don't get to the corners, you know, sometimes it's just this little tiny bit on the end that you just can't get to, and at least it's covered in something contrasting, and it won't matter. There's no point ruining a whole painting just to get to that one tiny little section. So just put some sort of contrasting colour on, as I said, rather than muddy paint from your flip cup. Right, that can get covered and then used again some stage. Righto, paints are released. Let's do this. So flip straight over, I don't want to drag. How's that looking? You can see more of this dark green, which is good. Now, oh, I didn't tell you about my colours. I know you guys, well, I told you in the last video, but I'll tell you again, in case you didn't see the last video. Global Shrimp, Global Light Blue, just want to make myself. Peacock, which is turquoise and white mixed together. Cool Blue, Deep Sea, and of course the white is the Liquitex Basics. We'll see how that one performs. So I'll turn this around because I want to tilt the bits that you don't like the most off first, because that's, you've got the most amount of paint now. So use that to your advantage and get off what you don't like first. I'll try and save this paint. As I said, I'm not fussed if I don't get over that tiny little corner there on the end. It can just stay that colour. It matches nicely. If you find you're losing way too much paint over this edge, just stop. It's not worth losing more to cover that little tiny bit. Paint seems thinner on this one. It just kind of flowed really well. Done. Done and dusted. Okay, turn it around, and now I'll torch. I don't like to torch at the beginning. I like to tilt halfway, as you know. That way I don't overstretch my cells. The last one was a bit busy, so I might do less cells this time, less torching. See how the white Liquitex Basics compares. See see if I get more white coming up, because the last pour really did not have much in the way of white at all. I like the blurred background of this one more. I cut down on that peach, like I said, so it hasn't got that big block of peach down the side like the previous pour had. Don't want to overdo my torching, so I'm just doing a bit and waiting. I'm not getting too close. I'm not aiming it down like that. I'm just showing it out here, but I'm not aiming it straight down. I'm just going around in little circles so that I'm not aiming the heat in one particular spot. It's just a broad overall heat. So don't want to get caterpillars. And if you get too close, you'll get caterpillars. These are the cells that are all joined in a row. And also I find if you go like that, you get a caterpillar, whereas if you go round in circles, maybe not so much. I don't know. Do I want any more? A little bit more in the middle. Oops, I got too close there. See, now I'm rushing. Oh, too close again. Back away from the heat gun. A little bit just there. Whoops, too close again. You guys can see what I mean. You get too close and you get a little cluster coming up rather than separated cells. But hey, the white is certainly more present. You can definitely see white cells. Yeah, all right, let's get to tilting and then see what happens. I just put my card on this cookie cooling rack. This mix does seem to be a touch thinner. I don't know why. Maybe it's got something to do with the white. I better go over that corner, haven't I? Otherwise the green is going to look a bit odd next to a blue corner. No dogs. My builder's downstairs. I can hear him calling me. We'll get this done. I'll go and see him. No dogs. No, I know, I can hear him. Now I'm rushing, you see, because I know he's calling me. Okay. That looks pretty good. It's a bit of a wonky cell there. I think because my mix was a little bit thinner on this one this time around. No, Izzy. Alright, I better leave it at that. Got a little bit of splitting there in the white, which I wasn't expecting. You can see the white kind of split inside those blue cells there, because it looks kind of hazy there. So yeah, so it is still splitting with the Liquitex Basics, which is a bit strange. I'll take it down for a close-up, and then I better go and answer my builder. It's downstairs working on the granny flat. It's pretty good to come out on a Saturday morning, isn't he? Alright, let's see if we can go in for a close-up here. Now that's the blue. See the white in the center there, how it's splitting? So this may be an issue with the blue and not the white. I've got a bit of a wonky cell there. Light's glaring in the way. I don't think I like this pour as much as I do with the previous one. See those hazy cells there? They're not clear and crisp. They're a bit almost split and hazy, which is surprising. I thought it would look better with the Liquitex Basics, but it may not be the white paint. It may be that the blue paint. I have got more of the transparent paints in this. I added more, cut down on the light blue, added more of the dark blue and the dark green, so maybe that's why. But then you can actually see the dark green there. You couldn't really see it in the other pour. Kind of disappeared. Yeah, more experimentation is needed. But I hope you enjoyed that video. So that's that one, and that's the other one. I do prefer that one. This one has got a little bit more of the darker shades in it. Still pretty. They're both pretty. They'll be a nice set. When they're dry, I'll sell them both as a set on my cards. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you for the next pour. Bye for now.